Hello everybody, my name is Dawn Theilen and I'm teaching my Infinite Method horizontal class. For those of you who know me at Sonoma Fit, I miss you guys and can't wait to see you guys again soon when all of this is over. And for those of you at the other Sonoma Fits or who are just joining in on this through the Sonoma Fit or just on YouTube, welcome. All right, so I have with me, I'm gonna pretend like nobody has anything out there except for whatever is in their house. So I know that you probably have canned food. So I'm gonna use the cans for the weights because I do a little bit of balance weight work in the class that I teach. So Infinite Method is a combination of all the best stuff that I've found in my career for the last 25 years. And I blended them all together, and this is the mat class. So stay tuned because on my Monday and Friday classes continuing on, there'll be more cardio and harder things going on and a little less mat. But I won't use a lot of tools because I'm just gonna assume no one has anything, as I said before. All right, so let's get started and have a great workout. So we're gonna start on our backs in home position. So feet flat, hip width apart, arms next to your body, shoulders back and down. So for those of you who don't know Pilates or that type of thing, you want to be in neutral spine. Neutral spine is where your spine would be if you were in a perfect world and you didn't sit in chairs all the time. So you want a little space here under your back. You can see my hand under there. So not too much, but if you're not used to this, it might feel really strange. But over time, you'll build a neutral spine if you work around it. All right, so we're gonna start warming up. So we're gonna start with a big inhale. You're gonna have your palms facing each other. We're gonna do big arm circles. So you'll inhale back and then exhale, circle around. Palms facing to the ceiling. Inhale, reach. So when you reach back, you wanna pull your ribs down and that will increase the stretch in the rotators and around the chest. Reach, big inhale. And exhale, tuck the belly. So you'll hear me say a lot of tuck the belly. And what the tuck the belly is it's the sucking in of your belly button to your spine. And that grabs your deep ab muscle that's hiding underneath your rectus. So that way you can have a tighter, flatter abs and it'll help hold in your spine and your organs better. So if you can get to that deep muscle through the breathing and grabbing the muscle, then you'll increase your workout strength. Great. All right, so we're gonna extend the right leg up. You're gonna grab wherever you can, whether it's here or here. We're gonna warm up the hamstring and we're gonna warm up our feet. So we're gonna flex and point and do circles around both directions. Keep pulling on that leg. Good, and then we're gonna switch over to the other side. Point and flex and circle. So hopefully during this hour, we can put the world aside and just stay focused in the now and stay focused in what you're doing with your body. So if you find your mind wandering, put it back on your body and your breath, and that's always a good way to get focused. All right, we're gonna bring both legs up and grab behind your thighs if you need support. And we're gonna do big open leg scissors so that you can open and warm up your groin muscle. So at the end of the stretch, you can do a little pull and then bring it back. So big inhale and exhale, and you can point your toes gently. Remember to keep those shoulder blades pulled down your back for a long neck. Good. I'm gonna go a little slower today and keep it very relaxed because I would assume that that's what we all need the most. Good job. Place that down. Bring your arms up next to your body with your palms flat, facing down. So we're gonna inhale and you're gonna bring both of your knees over to the right and you're gonna look over to the left and turn your left palm up and pull that left arm away from you as you pull the knee away from you going the other direction. Take 3 deep breaths. Exhale, tuck the belly. Pull on the exhale and increase the stretch. One more. Take your time. Good. Slowly bring the legs back and put the palm back flat on the mat. And reverse to the other side. Knees go to the left. Reach the right arm to the right. Palm faces the ceiling. 3 deep breaths. Exhale, pull, reach. Pull that knee away from you. Again. And 1 more deep breath. And bring your knees back to center. Good. Gently hug your knees up to your chest and give it a little rock back and forth. And loosen up that lower back there. Good. All right, we're gonna gently roll around and come to tabletop. So make sure your knees are right under your hips and your hands are spread wide underneath your shoulders. So you want to keep a neutral spine when you're in tabletop, and that's what I have right now. So you want to make sure you're not too swayed, and you want to make sure that you're not too humped the other direction. So you want that nice little curve, and the shoulders are back and down. We're going to warm up our hips. So you're going to bring your right knee to your chest as you tuck into cat and round up. And then you're going to extend the leg long and arch back down cow. So see how my hip is down as I extend the leg. So try not to have it up here when you extend back. So you'll tuck, round up, and extend, reach. Good. Exhale up, inhale, extend. So really drop that chest down and scoop in the pelvis. Put weight on that right hand, and that will make sure that you stay centered and the core will grab. And that way your left hip won't jut out away from your body to compensate. And reach, good. We'll do 1 more. Scoop, and reach, extend. Nice. All right, we're gonna go to the other side now. Exhaling, inhale, extend, reach. Good, remember, pull that left hip down as you extend the leg long and up. Reach. Exhale, tip the belly. And extend. Good, we'll do 2 more. The reason why I don't have music or anything going on is because I am doing a very casual video using my phone, and if I have music, it will probably not be as effective as loud, and I want to make sure you can hear. So we're going to stretch back into child's pose now. So you want to really pull your heels down and your glutes down towards your heels and reach with the arms. So this is one of the stretches that I really love. You're going to bring your arms over to the right as far as you can, and you'll interlock your hands, and then you're gonna pull back into that left shoulder as you pull the arm away. So you really wanna pull the arm away from the body in the socket and think about creating space there. And it should go down your ribs some too. Good, and then we're gonna bring it back over and go to the other side. Interlock your hands, you're gonna drop back and pull over and create space from your arm and your body. Some nice deep breaths there. Good job. All right, we're gonna come back to tabletop. Find your nice, good table. And we're gonna do extensions away, warming up the outer side of the hip. So as you extend your right leg away from you, you wanna shift your weight to your right hand. Otherwise you're gonna pop over, and you don't wanna do that. So it will look like this. Exhaling out, keep that 90-degree angle. So looking down, you can usually see some kind of shadow, and you can keep an eye on that hip to make sure you don't jot out to the left too far. Exhaling away. Good, reach up high every time. You should be feeling your obliques grabbing to keep your body square as that leg hinges away. We'll do a couple more. Good job. All right, going to the other side. Exhale, inhale down. So shift your weight to your left hand. Keep that neutral spine. try not to fall back towards your heels or forward. If you have a mirror, you can use it so you can keep better track of where you're going. Exhaling away. We'll do 2 more. And last one. Good job. Stretching back into child's pose. Reach your arms long and extend. Good job. All right, we're going to sit now and place your feet at the edge of the mat. And you want to have your feet flexed if you can and your legs facing up towards the ceiling. So we're going to do a spine stretch. So you want to start with a really straight back and spine. So if you find that you're here, then you need to bend your knees until you can sit up straight in your spine. And that's fine. Over time, you'll get more loose hamstrings and you'll be able to make it over. So shoulders stay back and down. So you're going to lift the ribs on an inhale up off of your body. Then you're going to tuck your head and round your upper back and suck your belly back and round over your body. So you should feel spine stretch, and then you can extend a little more into your hamstring. And then you want to tuck the belly and scoop it back up to a straight spine. So inhale, lift. Exhale, take your head, round over and reach, pull, keep those legs up, tuck and scoop it back and stack it back. So notice how I'm coming back to a straight spine and I don't come back here. So you really want to try to avoid the bending at the waist and then bringing back. Okay, so hopefully it looks a little bit more organized like this so that you really feel the spine stretching. I'll do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, tuck the belly, round and reach, extend long, suck it back. 2 more. Reach. And last one. Nice. All right, so now we're going to face sideways. And you want to have this top leg, foot in front. So the top foot and then the back foot's behind it. All right, so we're gonna start with warming up. So you want a nice open chest. You're going to come down on your forearm as you round over. So I'm gonna pop my rib to the ceiling as I pull my hip to the floor. So my lower body is going down and my upper body is going up and over. And then you're gonna bring it up. If you're really tight, you can just do this to modify. And if not, you're gonna grab your calf here and you're gonna bend over that direction. So you wanna try to have your neck going with the curve. And you also wanna remember as you're going over to keep this shoulder open. When you're tight, it wants to do this to cheat. So come nice and open, reach big, big open arm, rainbow over. Good, big inhale. Exhale, tuck the belly, pull the rib up, pull the hip down, and up and over. Keep that open elbow, keep that open shoulder. This one gets really tight and it wants to force you forward. Remember, you can modify by pushing with your hand on the floor. Good. All right, so we're gonna mix it up with this one now. You're gonna round all the way over and under. You're gonna pull your arm along and you're gonna twist in the rib and give a couple deep breaths. And pull and pull. And then big rainbow arm out of it and over. All right, good job. Going to go to the other side. All right, so remember top foot in front and leg, nice open chest, big inhale, pull that rib up, pull that hip down, big rainbow arm, open chest and shoulder reaching and over. Good, big inhale, pull that rib up, pull that hip down. Remember to breathe, keep that shoulder pulled back. Good, now we're gonna tuck this arm under all the way and then pull back into the shoulder. a good couple breaths. Feel that nice flow, and then big lift and up. Good. All right, we're gonna go to our stomachs and work on warming up our back extension. So we are going to, actually, let's start with some single leg kick. So you want to have your arms in front of you. You're on your forearms. You want to bring up your chest and shoulders back and down. So we have pointed toes to start with and feet flat. So you're going to do a kick, kick with the flexed foot, and then you're going to point, extend the leg, and lift. So on the kick, kick, what wants to happen is the hip wants to come up usually if you're tight. So it'll pop up like that. So you want to push that hip down and try not to let that happen. You might have to go lower in your body. So you'll kick, kick, point, extend, reach, and then you'll alternate sides. Kick, kick, alternate. Kick, kick, extend, point, reach, long. So think high, but think long and away. You're trying to touch the wall, whatever's behind you. Reach. Nice open chest, kick, kick, point, extend, reach. So remember on this exhale, you tuck your belly to your spine. So both hip bones and pubic bone are pushing into the mat. You're extending. Kick, kick. If you're just getting started, you might not really be able to get that leg off the mat at all, but that's okay. If you feel it in your lower back too much, then think more long and away than up. So slowly lower yourself down. Stretch yourself back. And reach long. Nicely done. All right, I'm going to have you grab one of your cans, and we are going to do some balanced weight work. And I know it won't feel like much if you're used to doing weight training with weights, but it's better than nothing. If you have weights at home, you can use them. So you're going to modify, if you need to, with your leg extended. You want to have your right can and your right bent knee. So if you're not modifying, you're going to extend that leg up and keep that hip down and for a nice balance. So we're going to bring the elbow next to the body. And we're going to do tricep kickback. So we're going to exhale back and tuck the belly. So if you're not used to doing it, you might be a little wobbly, and that's fine. But if it gets to be too much and you're all over the place, then just place that foot down and that will be a good start. So we'll go a little faster since the weight's light. So you want to do about 20 to 25 with a lighter weight if it's easy. And if it feels like enough of a challenge at 15, wherever, you can stop there. And now we're going to do little guys at the end. So you'll go little teeny ones to really get the burn in. Good. All right, so you're going to place that palm up and cross it to the other side of the mat to stretch out your tricep. We're going to come back and we're going to do the same balance in the same hand, and we're going to extend our arm away from us. So now we're going to do rows. So you're going to bring the elbow to the ceiling as you row. And then I like to add a little extra challenge to this. So at the top of the movement, I like to do a little twist in my oblique rib, but I keep my pelvis straight. And by doing that, you get more oblique and a little more extension and flexibility in the rib cage. So it's a little added bonus. Remember to keep that shoulder back and down. So if you're not used to weight training with the trainer, you don't really know the little details of things, this is a good one to know. So notice how I have my shoulder back so I have a nice open chest. So remember that when you do a row, you don't want your arm and your whole shoulder to go forward like this, because then you're not creating a nice open chest spine. So you want it to look more like that. All right, little guys up top. Good, cross it over, palm down, and stretch back. So hopefully you got a little bit of glute work there. Balancing. All right, switching over to the other side. So find your nice tabletop, hands in your left hand, extend your right leg, up high if you're not modifying, elbow high, we're gonna do kickbacks. So exhaling back, the elbows locked next to your body. And we're gonna do about 10 more. Nice neutral head. Reach the leg long. Good, now we're gonna do little guys up top. Nice, cross it across with the palm up and stretch back. And now we're gonna go to the same position again. And row. So remember, shoulders back and down, elbow reaching to the ceiling, turning the rib, exhaling up. Keep that pelvis straight. Feel the obliques grabbing. We're gonna do about 5 more. Keep that leg high, reaching long, and little guys up high. Nice, and cross it over. Palm down, reach and stretch back. It's not perfect. The cans are working out pretty well, I'd have to say. All right, we're gonna grab the other can and we're gonna do a little work up on our knees. So hopefully if you need to and you don't have something cushy, I have a Pilates mat underneath this. So if you need to double up a yoga mat, you want knees to be comfortable. So you wanna keep your scoop. So make sure you're not here, and that scoop will help keep you balanced. So we're going to have a can in each hand with the palm facing back and keeping our shoulders back and down. We're gonna exhale, lifting both up and bringing down. So another thing is when you're bringing your shoulders back and down, forces you to have a limited range of motion. So you want to stop when you're about parallel to the floor. Now if you want more of a challenge, you're going to lift your feet up off the mat and you'll keep your scoop to keep your balance. Exhale, tuck the belly. And the other challenge is not allowing your body to want to go back. So when you lift up, it's probably going to want to do this. And you're not going to let that happen by grabbing your core. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale up, tuck the belly, keep that scoop. And last one. Good, let the back relax for a second. All right, so now we're going to do chest. So we're gonna keep it really big, which will make it harder. So you wanna pretend like you're hugging a big ball and it's really far away, but you have a slight bend in your elbow like this. So you're gonna bring it out, exhale, bring it away. So this is where it really becomes a challenge to not go back like this, because you could do this all day long and it really wouldn't be very effective. So reach away, tuck the belly, and try not to fall back. Now more of a challenge is the balance. So keep that scoop. Inhale, exhale, tuck the belly round and hug like a ball. Good, shoulders back and down. So remember, the shoulders stay back even as you're hugging. So it does not look like this, right? It looks like this. Nice. 2 more. Good job. Stretch it back. Nice. All right, we'll set the cans aside again. Make sure they're far enough away that you have range for your arms and things to move about. And we are going to lay on our backs and we're going to do our whole series of core. So when you're tired, you can always either pause the video, I suppose, or you can just sway your knees from side to side for a second and then join back in. I like to do one where the head's up, the next one the head's down, because it's really important to try to build your neck and not support it the whole time if you're able to do small increments if you have neck issues. So know that if your neck is up, the next exercise, the neck will be down so that you can have your rest with that, all right? Okay, so we're gonna start with our legs up and we're gonna crunch up and reach for the legs, pointed toes, shoulders back and down. We're gonna do single leg stretch. So you're gonna pull, inhale, exhale, pull, pull. So you want to think about not moving the body and just the legs. And you want to think about creating as much stretch as you can between the flexor and the hamstring. So really give it a pull, 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 inhale and exhale. Remember, tuck the belly on the inhale and the exhale. Pull, pull. One more each side. Pull, pull. And last one. Good. Now support your head. Nice open elbows. We're going to do crisscross. So opposite elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. So remember, you want to support your head so you can relax your neck. You want to keep your elbows wide. You don't want to turn it into a shoulder elbow thing like this, because then you're not using your core. So keep the chin to the ceiling, use the core, keep the elbows open so you don't cheat with them. Reach long every time. One more. Good. Now we're going to do double leg stretch. So arms next to you, you're up in a crunch. You're going to extend the arms and legs, keeping your crunch high. And then inhale back around. Exhale, tuck the belly. Inhale. Reach long. Reach. Try not to sway. And again, reach. Two more. And last one. Good job. Head down. Legs up. You're going to extend the legs long. Open. Scooping up. And down. Open. Scooping up. So really try to separate this in three parts. You're lowering your legs, the lower abs are grabbing. Open the legs. Then use your lower abs to scoop your pelvis up with the legs. So try not to create a swooping motion with your legs, because then your lower abs won't do the work and the legs will cheat. So scoop. We'll do three more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling up. Good job. Beautiful. All right. Extend the legs long. Reach the arms over your head. We're going to inhale. Exhale, crunch up, rounding over. Reach, tuck and scoop, round down one vertebrae at a time. And again, exhale up, round and reach. Lift, tuck and scoop. And one more. Up, round, extend, and down. Good. Hands behind your head, bring your knees up. So these are crunches and scoops. So you crunch the upper ab, and with the lower abs, you lift your tailbone. So it's teeny tiny, and it looks like this, up, up, up. So if you're cheating with your knees and your legs, it'll look like that, and you don't want to do that. So little teeny lifts, just you tuck your lower abs and lift up the tailbone. Do 5 more. Good, now you're going to crunch your body to the right and scoop towards the left. For 10. Good. And other side. Breathe through the burn. Good job. Extend the arms and legs long. Breathe into the belly. And arms next to you and bring the legs back up. Good. We're going to do corkscrew. So you're going to push your left hip down into the mat. Circle your pelvis down towards your pubic bone. Over to your right hip. And then back up and do a little scoop and stop. So you're circling your pelvis into a circle. You want to try to avoid your legs doing the circle. Your legs are just going for a little ride with your pelvis. Shoulders are back and down. Good. Try not to use too much momentum. Scoop. Circle. And one more. each direction. And last one. Good. Now we're going to bring the knee in and do single leg pull. So pull, pull, inhale, and exhale. Outside hand is at the ankle, inside hand is below the knee. If you really need to hold your head, you can. Something like this. Pull, 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 pull. Inhale, exhale, reach. Pull, pull, pull. Good. Do more. Reach long. And rest. Good job. All right, we're going to stretch our hips out and extend your legs long. So this one is, I call it the shimmies. We do 30. Really helps open up the sacrum and the lower back. So what you do is you keep your legs very straight and you pull your right hip up toward your ear. So your left hip goes down and your left leg is longer. And then the right leg is longer. So it's up, 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 up. Inhale and exhale, you go 30. So 1 and 2 and 3. You can see my feet, one gets longer. So if you're tight, your knee's gonna wanna bend up like this, but you wanna stop that from happening, even if it's teeny tiny. So you should feel your sacrum area opening up. Pull up. Good. So when you're done with your 30, and if you're really tight and you're not used to doing this, take it nice and easy. You don't have to go very fast. And you're gonna bend one knee and the other knee and bring them up. Nice, and hug them up to your chest. Good job. All right, we're going to flip back over again. And we're going to lie down on our tummies. So we're gonna put our hands next to our body and our elbows high. And you wanna make sure your shoulders are pulled back and down. So your shoulders are gonna tell you how high you're gonna come up. So you wanna push your pubic bone into the mat. Do a nice inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna lift from your back muscles, and then when they don't lift anymore, you're gonna push through with your arms. And as soon as your shoulders start coming up, you stop. So you come up as high as you can. The elbows stay really close to your body. And you round down one vertebrae at a time. And down. So exhale, lift from the back, through, round down slowly. So if you do yoga or other things and you find you're very flexible and you have the range, then I'll show you how to extend this further. So you'll come up and you'll do swan. So you'll rock until you stop and then you'll restart. Be very careful and make sure you're prepared and ready. I'll do one more. Good. And then go ahead and stretch back into child's pose with the palms facing up to stretch into the triceps. Good. All right. I like to do a plank hold for 1 minute. And then after the plank hold that we do for 1 minute, we do a straight leg pull, which looks like this. If you need to modify, you can modify your plank like this. You can also modify your plank by doing right arm, left leg holds for 30 seconds on each side. So I'll call out the 30 seconds if you're modifying. And then I'll call out ways of getting through your minute if it's hard. So we'll do that also. All right, begin. So remember, you don't want to be too high and you don't want to be too low. You want to be right about here. You don't want to be too far back. You don't want to be too far forward. So make sure you're right about here. 15 seconds in. So if you get tired, you can always drop back and do a calf stretch like this. Or if you get too tired, you can always go into mountain and then come back again. So we're 30 seconds in. Try to keep a nice loose neck and you're breathing. Tucking the belly. 20 seconds to go. So remember with the straight leg pull that if you need to modify, you'll have tabletop, and then you'll do a straight leg lift, which will look like this. All right, your minute's up, so we'll do 10 straight leg pulls. So squeeze the glute, try to keep your plank. And when you're done with your 10, you'll go to the other side and do 10. Use your breath. Good, bend your knees, stretch back into child's pose. Reach long, nice. Good. All right, so now we're gonna do a side plank hold. So if you're modifying, you're gonna put the top foot in front, and you'll be on your forearm, and your hand will be here. The modified version will be here, coming up and down as you need. Second modification here, and third here. So you can decide which one you want to do. All right, so we're going to start, and we're going to do 20 seconds. All right, ready, and coming up. So pick your poison. Since I'm filming at home, my front door just blew open, and I'm going to shut it quickly. I'm timing you. You have 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. 2, and 1. So go ahead and stretch back into child's pose. Really stretch into that right shoulder, and then we'll do the other side. All right, so the top foot is in front. Prepare for your modification if you need to. Ready, and coming up. So inhale, exhale, tuck the belly. Keep your shoulder back and down. Nice. Do 5 more seconds. Good. And go into tabletop and stretch back. Nicely done. All right, we're going to go back to our stomachs and extend our arms long. So we're going to do first 5 modified swim, which is right arm, left leg extension, keeping the hips down. Reach long and away. So if you know you're tight and this already is a big challenge, then you'll keep modified. Otherwise, we're going to come up and do swim. We're going to do 2 sets of 15. So it'll be up, faster, 1 and 2 and 3. Lift from your glute and shoulder. Try to keep your legs straight. Breathing and rest. Shimmy your back. Good. All right, 1 more set. Left arm, right leg up. Ready, neutral head. 1 and 2. 5 more. And rest and shimmy it out. Good job, stretch back. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna do a glute series. We're gonna come down on our forearms, and we're gonna start with our right leg. So we're gonna have a pointed toe. You're gonna keep it really close to the glute. You're gonna reach up, 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 and squeeze high as you pull the hip down and tap. So shift onto your right elbow. Keep yourself squared. Reach long, good. Careful not to have it be like this where you open up the hip backwards. So keep that hip down. Reach, good. Check the belly. Shoulders are back and down. Good, now we're going to flex the foot and do little teeny contractions. So notice how tiny my contractions are, because really I'm just squeezing my glute and letting go. If you do it like this, you're gonna have a lot of leg, but not a lot of glute. So if you wanna get the glute, do little contractions, pull the hip down. Good, now, not moving your body at all, tap and extend up. So you're not moving the rib and you're not moving the pelvis. If you are, it'll look more like this, and then you're using all that momentum to cheat out of the glute. The closer you keep your heel, the flex foot to your glute, the more hamstring you'll be getting. One more. Good job. All right, stretch back, drop over to that right side, and reach over to the left. Just stretch into that right glute. Good. All right, other side. Prepare, left leg, pointed toe, extend, reaching high. Tap, remember, lock your core down, shift your weight onto your left elbow. Good, now we're going to keep it high, flexed foot, little contractions. Pull that left hip down. And now tapping and extending. Don't let the body move. Keep that weight on that left elbow. Tuck the belly. All right, good job. Stretch back, over to the left, reach over to the right, all back into it. All right, we are going to grab our cans again. And we're going to do some obliques. I'm gonna face forward. We're still gonna be in this. So we're gonna do punches. So you wanna twist the rib when you punch, but you wanna keep this hip back. So that's not gonna come forward. Just this moving. So you can separate the upper body from the lower body. So we're gonna exhale, and you wanna look at your hand, but still that shoulder stays back, remember. Exhaling away, turning in the rib. Be really strict with that hip. Do 5 more each side. Good job, and let it stretch into your back. Good. All right, we're going to turn sideways, and you can let down one of your cans, and we'll put the can in the left hand. You're gonna put your right leg forward, and we're gonna lean into this left hip as far as we can. Notice how my knee is right over my heel, so you don't wanna be in a situation like that. So bring that heel out, and make sure you're leaning into here. The nice open chest. We're gonna do bicep curls. So you're exhaling up. So you should have all the weight forward, and your right foot should be wobbly because of that balance. So nice open chest. Since it's a light weight, we'll go a little faster, which will throw your balance off a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to turn the can towards our body and reach up for a shoulder. So keep the shoulder blade pulled down your back. As you're reaching, you're leaning forward still. 5 more. Good job. All right, place that down. You're gonna slowly roll back on to your heel for a nice hamstring stretch. If you're tight, you might have to move it there, and that's fine. Nice. All right, we're going to switch over to the other side. So your left foot is forward, leaning in, nice open chest. All the weight's on this left leg, and shoulders back and down as you're curling. We'll try for about 10 more, or less if you have your own dumbbells. Good, now you're gonna face your palm to your body and extend it. So remember, pull those ribs down. You don't wanna overarch. keep leaning forward. That left foot, shoulders back and down. And then we're going to do a hamstring stretch, extending back and drop in. Nice. Breathe there for a second. Bring it back. Good. All right, so now we're going to extend the legs outside of the mat. Make sure you do that because that's what's going to make it not too hard. And we're going to grab one of our cans. So we're going to do an extended plank, and you're going to do a row. So we'll do 10. So you try to keep the hips straight and not have it turn. But if you're just getting started, you might have to. So you do the best you can. Make sure your legs are separated. Do 5 more. Good. Knees down. We're just going to go right over to the other side. Ready. Do what you can. Good. 5 more. Nice. And stretch back into child's pose. Well done. Very nice. Good. All right, we're gonna grab our cans and place them aside. Actually, keep one of them. We're gonna lie back on our backs. All right, so we're gonna hold the can on the edges so your palms are facing each other and your knees are up. So we're gonna extend the arms and legs, and then we're gonna crunch up. So careful of your knees and your face. Remember, you're not using your legs to do that scoop. You're using your lower abs to lift up the tailbone. As you reach your arms back, pull your ribs down. Reach, extend. So the higher you reach the legs, the easier it will be. Remember, you can do teeny tiny ones like that if you need to. Take care of your back. 2 more. Good job. Sway your knees from side to side. Nice. All right, now we're gonna put the left hand next to our body, and you're going to bring your right knee up and your right hand up, palm facing towards your foot. So you're gonna extend the right arm and left leg, and then crunch up. Reach, reach. 5 more. 2 more. Good job. All right, switching over to the other side. Left arm up, knee up, extending and exhaling up. So you're trying to get that whole psoas stretching there, doing the same arm and leg. So reach long, try to get into those long muscles. Reach. And the last one. Good job. All right, sway the knees from side to side. Well done. All right, we're gonna lie on our sides. What do we have? Let me check time here. All right, we have 10 more minutes. All right, so we're gonna lie on our sides and we're gonna do a little bit of hip work now. So we're gonna bring the knee in and extend the leg out. So you wanna turn that leg forward in the socket so the heel leads up. Inhaling and exhaling away. Reach long every time. Try not to bob your body around too much. 2 more. Good. So now we're gonna work on the hip socket. So you're gonna open up the knee and then turn the knee down. So the one way the body will want to cheat out of this is by falling backwards in the hip. So you want to pretend like you have a wall behind you and that you can't fall backwards, and then that way it'll stay in the hip socket. Good. And if you're cramping in the hip, you can always work that out if you need to. I'm going to do 1 more. Good. Now we're going to bend the top leg and straighten the bottom and do inner thigh lifts. So you want to think of this part lifting rather than your foot. And now we're going to keep it up high and do the little guys. These high ones are good because they help extend that IT band on the other side of the leg. Good job. All right, we're going to do sailor stretch. So you're going to have a 90-degree angle with your legs, and you're going to lay down on your bicep muscle, your hand behind you to grab your hair in the back so you'll see. So we roll back, you're going to look out to sea. So thumb wraps around your forehead. You're going to slowly roll back as you pull your knee away from you. You're going to inhale, exhale, pull the knee and the elbow down, reach. Again, so the lower body is going to the left and the upper body is going to the right. And bring it back. Good job. All right, we're going to go to the other side. And we're going to start with kicks. So knee in, kicking up with the heel. 1 and 2, good. All right, now we're going to do knee to heel. So remember, try not to fall back. Sometimes I'll keep my hand here behind to make sure that I don't cheat. Good, now we're going to bend that top leg and let it drop and do inner thigh lifts. And then up high. 5 more. Good. Bending the knee into a 90-degree angle, lying down in the bicep muscle with the hand behind, looking up to sea. Rolling back, pull the knees to the other direction. Big 3 deep breaths. Exhale, pull the elbow down. Again. 1 more. And slowly roll it back up. Good. All right, we're going to spend the last 8 minutes or so doing some stretching. So we're going to start with saw. So your arms are out to the side and your legs are out and your feet are up. So you're going to rotate the upper body as much as you can. And you're going to separate the arms out and you're going to round and reach pinky to pinky. Try not to let this hip follow you. Bring yourself back up, rotate, separate, round and reach. Good, so remember on the inhale, lift up those ribs off your body, create some space. Good, reach, rotate, separate, round and reach. Good, inhale, exhale, and extend. We're going to do 1 more each direction, and then we'll extend into a deeper stretch. So on this one, we're going to stay down here and bring your other hand around and grab your leg wherever you can reach and give it a little bit of a pull gently. Remember to keep this pulled away. Then you're going to crawl your hands away as you slowly round towards the center. You're going to inhale and exhale, drop. Trying to keep your feet facing up to the ceiling. Do a couple breaths here. Then reaching away, slowly crawling over to the right side. Grab your leg, big inhale. Exhale, drop. And again. Drop. And then crawl back to center. Reaching away, getting a little further. Big breath. And rounding it up. Good. Now we're going to bend this leg in. Make sure this one's as far out as possible. Reach up. turn to the straight leg, and round forward. So you should feel this whole hip stretching on that left side. Give it a little bit of time. And then bringing it back up and switching over to the other side. Reach, turn, extend, pull that knee down. You might be way up here, and that's fine. You should still feel it here. Big breath. Good. Now I'm going to have you do butterfly, so feet together. Nice straight back, rounding forward. Pull those knees down. Good. All right, now we're going to lie on our sides, and you're going to grab your shin, and you're going to pull your leg back and lean into that right hip. So hopefully you feel the flexor and the front quad of the right leg. Breathe into it. Good. And now we'll do the other side. Pull back, lean into that hip. Take your time. The stretches are so important. We don't need to rush. Good. Now we're going to lie on our backs. You're going to put your right ankle onto your left knee. You're going to grab through and grab your left thigh and pull the legs towards you. So if you want, you can use your right elbow to pull your right knee away from you, and that just creates a deeper stretch. And then you're going to take that same leg and cross it all the way on top and grab over both and pull them over and fall to the left just a hair. Really get into that right hip there. Good. All right, switching over to the other side. Left ankle on your right knee. Grab through your right thigh. Pull to your body. Use that left elbow to pull your left knee away from you. Cross the left over the right, grab over, pull them close, and drop over to the right slightly. Really get into that left hip. Nice. Now we're going to place that down. You're going to extend your right leg up towards the ceiling and give the hamstring a stretch. And if you're loose, you can extend the left leg down. So remember, give it a good pull and pull it down into the mat. Breathe into it. You're going to extend your right leg onto the floor and cross the leg over your body. Remember, don't let this hip come up off the mat. You want to pull it down and just have the leg go over. Feel very nervy and tight, and that's fine. That's how it should be. And bring it back. Give it one more good stretch. And then we'll switch over to the other side. So if you have a yoga strap, you can use a yoga strap to do this, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. But if not, just grab around here. If you're really tight and it looks like that, that's fine. Just whatever works. Something is better than nothing at all. All right, now we're going to cross over the body, extend the left arm away from you. Breathe into that tight muscle. Good. Bring it back to center. Give it one more good pull. And then we're going to sit up. So if you want, you can just sit up like this or however it feels good for you. All right, we're going to end with the neck stretch. We're going to come here. And you're going to reach your arms up, circle around, grab behind you and pull them down to the floor as you drop your chin to your chest. And you're going to trace your chin to your left shoulder, look up, pull that right shoulder back. So you should feel your right front neck. Trace down. Over to the right, looking up, pull that left shoulder back, Slowly bring that neck back. And then look up and bring your arms up as high as you can. Big breath. And let it go. All right, we did our first hour on our exciting home workouts, forced home workouts. But we'll get through this, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple days. And my next video is going to incorporate more cardio work. So we'll be doing some squats and things like that, and we'll still use our hands for our weights. So it'll be a combo, so I look forward to seeing you then. Take really good care of yourselves. Please try to stay in your home so we can get through this faster. All right, take care. Bye-bye.